I don't make decisions based on my feeling. I didn't even get married because it was a feeling. I said, because I asked my kids, why do you think I married your mom? Because you love her. Nah.
One of the biggest differences between masculinity and femininity is that when things go wrong, when we no longer feel safe, or when we have to make a big decision in life, the feminine will choose her emotions over her values, whilst the masculine will choose his values over his emotions. This is the biggest defining difference between masculinity and femininity. This is why the concept of integrity, the concept of honor, and the concept of loyalty is associated with the masculine, because a fixed identity is required in order to develop these characteristics. Now, we see this reflected in dating, with women consistently choosing her emotions over her values, with the women consistently picking men she feels a lot more for over the men that align with her values. The truth of the matter is the woman's values aren't that important. What is important to the woman is the woman's comfort. This is what makes the woman fluid. This is what makes the feminine lack integrity and untrustworthy and fickle, right? Because her values aren't the things that truly move her. Her emotions are. What makes the man masculine is that it is his values that truly move him. He is always trying to overpower how he feels, because he has learnt that he will achieve nothing in life feeling his way through life. This is what makes men pro-social, the fact that they choose their values over their feelings.
I
That's what
didn't
the
marry.
movies is telling you. Yeah.
Nah, let's sit down and talk about this. I married a woman. I was very conscious of marrying a black woman. I was very conscious of marrying a woman who operates in a certain manner, who carries herself around in public a certain way, who carries herself in privately a certain way, who handles challenges a certain way. That made her qualified to be my wife.
The masculine is attracted to beauty but marries behavior. I'll say that again. The masculine is attracted to beauty but marries behavior. All men are born feminine. We are all born with antisociality. We are all born fluid because we haven't done enough to develop a fixed identity. We haven't got enough experiences and reference points to know who we are. We are yet to be accountable and responsible for enough things, so we know who we are, and we are yet to forego pleasure in favor of a more disciplined and strict path of life. So as men, we all start life feminine. This is our base nature. All right. So this is our primitive and emotional nature. And as we grow and develop through life, as we overcome suffering, some of us don't overcome suffering. Some of us avoid suffering, and we never grow and develop and turn into men. But those of us who don't avoid suffering, those of us who approach suffering in a goal-orientated way, we grow and develop, and we establish and cultivate new masculine qualities, characteristics, and values that improve the quality of our life. Every masculine quality that we have aids and contributes to our pro-sociality. What makes us human, what makes us a mammal, is our femininity. This accounts for our primitive emotional brain. So this is what we was operating on before we evolved in intelligence and sentience. And this is what has built society and civilizations as we know it today. All right, masculinity is counter-intuitive to nature. All right, so it's normal to be afraid of things and avoid things. It's not normal to be afraid of things and challenge it head on, if that makes sense. That's why it's associated with advanced behaviors, approach-motivated, goal-orientated behaviors. The women are attracted to men who display advanced behaviors. This is the reason why women are unattracted to men who display any of the same characteristics as they do. All right, women are unattracted to men who display the same levels of antisociality as they do. Women are attracted to men who have the same type of moral regulation, which is pro-social, proscriptive regulation. Women are unattracted to men who share the same fluid psychologies. All right, and women are unattracted to avoidant men who are comfort orientated. All right, and this is because unconsciously the woman understands that this is a man who hasn't grown and developed. This is a man who hasn't experienced and overcome enough hardship like her. So the woman is attracted to men who are the opposite of her, right? Who are polarizing to her. She's attracted to men who are indifferent to her. That's what the masculine is, all right? A man who is fully developed is going to be indifferent to any human beings who are underdeveloped. So the woman is attracted to masculinity, and what the woman does for the sake of comfort is she would do her best to make the man fall in love. Fall in love. Anytime in your life as a man that you have, I don't know, not done so well in life, it was a regression. It was times where you fell out of your masculinity, your prefrontal cortex of values and stuff, and you descended back into your regressive, codependent, compulsive state. This is the same state you was when you was a little boy and when you was with your mother. The woman has a desire to make you fall in love for comfort reasons. All right, she assumes that, well, the woman just wants you to fall in love for a whole bunch of reasons. I can't be bothered to put that in this video. And that's the reason why when you do fall in love, that's why the woman tends to be unattracted to you, if that makes sense, right? Because coming out of your masculinity and into a state of codependent, compulsive love, it's a regression. And we all do this in different states of our being. We do this in different challenging moments. We come out of our prefrontal cortex of strategy and sentience, and we descend into our limbic system for a number of reasons. But this explains your dating life. This explains what women do, right? Try to go for masculine men, try to get them to fall in love for comfort reasons, but only to kind of be unattracted to the feminine man that she's with. All right, the woman is unaware that her effect on a man is a regression, right? And fellas, you need to understand that your effect on a woman is growth and development. This is the reason why when you get into a relationship with a woman, it must be, she must step into your world. You can never ever operate with women in her world. This is the things that you will experience when your partner wears the pants. And these are the things that you will experience when you wear the pants. Guys, leave a comment, sign up for one-on-one coaching. My coaching is called The Purple Brain. It's not really coaching, to be fair. It's definitely not therapy. It is a full transformation. I can literally transform you into this. Oh yeah, I missed something out. So the main thing, the biggest difference between a fluid psychology and a fixed identity is that those with a fixed identity, they are very big on accountability and responsibility, right? And those with a fluid identity, they hate accountability and responsibility because they never want to be tied to the things that they do or didn't or haven't done, all right? And that's because, as I said, they have a pleasure-driven, comfort-driven, security-driven way of being, you know. So for them, the most important thing for the feminine fluid individuals are their pleasure cycles, right? They have a desire to feel and experience everything, all right? So they are actually committed to their cycles, not their values. And so this is the reason why they can be manipulative. This is the reason why they can be fickle. This is the reason why they don't care, they don't develop character, they maximize their perception. This is the reason why this is the reason why one day they will present themselves as super strong and independent to get what they want, and then the next day they'll present themselves as proper weak and dependent in order to get what they want. Who they are changes around their emotional needs. All right, and obviously juxtaposed to the man who he is, it doesn't change around his emotional needs. Well, it does, but he has a fixed identity. So everything he does, well, it's the opposite of the things that I just said there. Anyway, guys, I'm gone.